check. Let's put a little bit more juice into it. K60USY Delta Micah 06. Check. Check. K6USY 222 100. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Well, howdy, Aaron.
Yeah, I think you're pointed north, so I'm getting into you pretty good right now.
Okay, so what's happening in your world?
Oh, not much, other than went to work today and not much else going on, and been sitting here for probably about 15 minutes and haven't heard anybody, so yeah, you'll have to stir up some activity. K6USY.
Doesn't surprise me. That's the 220 band. We only have the first caller is going to be over there in Santa Cruz. I don't think other than you guys in the San Joaquin Valley here. Let me get my Bluetooth hooked up here, and then I'll be able to listen careful here.
Kilo Z on 222. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra.
Boy, you're loud tonight. I guess I'm pointed at you. Let's see. Where am I pointed, Judy? Where does this thing say?
Yeah, I think it was K6NYC. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra.
Let me get over toward Santa Cruz. Well, I'll stop in your direction there, Paul. K6WIS. I'm pointed due north at the moment. I'm swinging now 350 down to 340. What's that say?
320.
320 something. Let me get down into the Bay Area here. I'll be able to hear you on the backscatter path there. Anyway, we got you. Good morning. Good evening. There we are. Any copy here, Paul? K6WIS, K6MYC. K6WIS, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Let's look for KW6S. I wonder if you're in there yet, Tom. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC, 637. Well, I hear you, Jim. Let me come up to the Bay Area here. That should be closer. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Well, we doubled, Mikey. Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I am now. I had to bring the antenna up. Go ahead.
Yeah, you might also hear Paul in this direction. What do you say, Paul? Do you copy Mike in this direction?
Yes, a little bit better, but not as strong as when I pointed directly at him. He was pointed more or less due north into Nevada, and I was catching him a 5x5 there. So anyway, I'll copy now, Mike. K6NYC, this is K6WIS, over.
Yeah, I got you fine. K6WIS, K6MYC, no problem. And good evening to you. How are you doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, thanks, Mike. Yeah, you're 5x4 right now. And Jim is about a 5x7, 5x8. That's, of course, he's pointed your way, and I'm coming in on the side. pleasant weekend here. Not too hot. Maximum 94, 95 degrees, which is okay. And I was working on my Subaru car, getting some new wheel tires fitted and maintaining the brake disc rotors. I need to put a new set of disc rotors on. So it was a sort of maintenance weekend over.
I didn't understand what the last words that you had to put on. I'm hearing the word disclosure, but I don't think I'm hearing it right. What's a disclosure?
Negative disc rotors. Front brakes, over.
Okay, disc rotors. Gotcha. Rotators for the disc brakes. I got it. Boy, that's quite a job. Yeah, that was a long. Well, it's not terrible, but it's at least you're not underneath the car. You're at the edges anyway, so it's not too bad. But yeah, that's a job, no question about it. Anyway, you're sounding very good over here. Jim is sounding good also. Let me shoot to you, Jim, W6PQL, and then we'll swing and see who else we can pick up here, and then I'll go back and get Tom in a second there. W6PQL, K6 Whiskey India Sugar backscatter out of Placerville, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I'm about 10 degrees off of you, and all during that transmission and the exchange with Paul, you were pretty good copy, almost S9. I kind of split the difference between you and Paul. I found Paul on a side lobe, and you're just off of the main lobe a little bit, but the band is fading now, so this is going to go away pretty quick. And we'll go through one of those deep nulls before it comes back up on us again. Anyway, won't hold it. Just checking in with you and hoping to help you and Paul connect. So 7-3s for now, K6MYC, W6PQL. See you on 6 meters later on.
Okay, well, we're hearing you fine. Very slight flutter, which means you're not quite pointed right, but very good signal, no trouble. The fade is going on right now, but you were much stronger just 30 seconds earlier. But nothing that's getting you anywhere close to the noise floor. And I'm copying Paul 100%. I heard him when I was pointed north. And, of course, I'm hearing him now even better. So there you are. No problem. And I heard Fred in there. Good evening, Fred. I'll move the antenna a little bit more toward you and give you a little more signal there. And I wonder if you're hearing Paul over there. KD6SOK, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I hear Paul. Good evening, Paul. Up there in Placerville, I hear him just fine. Of course, Jim PQL, no problem at all. And yeah, you have a good signal tonight. Conditions are good on 222. I forget, was it a week or two ago? They were just terrible. But tonight's a good night. Starting to warm up over here slowly. It was foggy this morning, surprisingly nice and foggy and cold, which I actually like. And the next few days it's supposed to be really hot. It's supposed to be 117, I think, the day after tomorrow in Phoenix. God, can you imagine 117? Anyway, Mike, hopefully that's enough for you to dial me in there. Back to you.
Yeah, I dialed you in terms of direction, but I didn't dial you in terms of frequency. You're slightly low-pitched in your audio, which means you're about a tiny bit high, I guess. It's good enough. You don't have to move it. Your radio drifts anyway, so I was thinking you're going to be drifting right up into the right frequency there in just a second. Hi. Anyway, hope you had a good weekend. Did you watch any fireworks, Fred, over?
Yeah, Mike, I did. In fact, I went to Cupertino High School, and they used to have fireworks shows there. And the last couple of years, they didn't have anything. And it's in the old neighborhood where I live. I lived in several places in Cupertino. Anyway, I walked over to the field, and they had professional fireworks there, and I recorded on my iPhone. It was loud. It was really nice to watch the fireworks presentation. And I went over. It was so crowded in the old neighborhood. I talked to Bill, K6KQD, and he told me you can park in my driveway. So that was great because there was no parking on any of the side streets. Yeah, just park here and go over there and wander over to see the fireworks show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I missed what field it was in, over?
it was over there by Cupertino. Has they have a sports field, baseball diamond and soccer field, that kind of thing. They did it right there by the high school.
Is it by the high school or was it by the De Anza College?
No. De Anza College is a couple of miles north of there, or west of there. So they did it right at high school. So right off of Tantow, you know where Tantow is, right? That's where Jimmy Tribed used to have his company, right? So if you go down Tantow and you cross over Stevens Creek, that's the old neighborhood.
Okay, was this south of Stevens Creek?
Yeah, it's on Finch. You know where Finch is?
Well, I used to live in Cupertino, so I know most of them. But yeah, I know about where it is there, so no worries. I just couldn't place it. That field was not there when I was there. Over.
Well, as far as I can remember, it's always been there. So do you know Hyde Middle School or Hyde Junior High School? Because if you graduated from Hyde, you went over to Cupertino. That's how I progressed in that area.
Well, I knew where Cupertino High School was, but that's not on Tantow. That's over on the other street there.
Right, that's called, and the other street is called the next street over is Finch. But I thought I'd give you Tantow just to give you sort of a reference point of where you could have easily seen it from Tantow. God, it was huge. It was a huge display. Went on for 45 minutes, so it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, you're drifting lower and lower in frequency. I had a little trouble with that. No, I was thinking about Highway 9 is where the high school used to be. But again, I was a bear a long time ago. This is like 50, 60 years ago, Fred. So maybe you're thinking I was there in 58, 59, over.
Okay, no, I went to Cupertino High School in 1974, 75, So you think Cupertino High School had a different location than where it is off of Finch Avenue?
Yeah, it was on Highway 9.
I mean, I got to Google that. I didn't know that. Well, I went to school with the Cali brothers. Remember the Cali Granary? I knew the kids from that family. Went to school with those kids.
Oh, yeah, no, the big granary right there in the middle of town, the landmark that didn't look like a city.
I miss the old granary. Yeah, that was great. Here in the middle of the Cupertino, there's this granary, with the scales and everything.
Yeah, that was. They were there before Cupertino was there. Okay, very good. I'm pretty sure I'm right on Highway 9. It's either Highway 9 or there's another one. Tantow Avenue, I know where that is, but I'm trying to think if there was another one, another street going north-south, just east of Highway 9 that was a major thoroughfare. But that's about where the high school was. It was northwest of the center of Cupertino. Over.
Yeah, I'm trying to Google this thing right now. Let's see. Cupertino High School opened on September 15th, 1958. Yeah, that only shows one location. Yeah, it was adjacent to the developing Rancho Riconardo housing subdivision. That's where it was.
Okay, yeah, and it was. I think it was on Highway 9, but I could be wrong on the Highway 9 thing. It's getting foggy. I used to commute up Highway 9 when I worked at Lockheed. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, everybody calls it. Yeah, to us old timers, it will always be Highway 9.
Yes, for sure. What is it called now?
Oh, Saratoga Sunnyvale Avenue or some insane thing like that. Whatever.
Yeah, so make everybody happy. Okay, very good, Fred. Anyway, good enough. You came out of the floater mode, so I only missed one little section in the middle when you were talking about the placement of the new high school there. Well, I was busy at that time, and my kids were not in high school yet at that point in time. I'm trying to remember where they actually went to high school. I'm foggy on that. I think we were living over in South San Jose at that point, almost in Los Gatos when my kids were in high school.
Yeah, that was considered, Los Gatos used to be, and Saratoga used to be considered, that's the countryside. Back in those days, it was considered, way out there.
Oh yeah, we lived out in the boonies. I first Highway 9, and what's the street that turns off of Highway 9 and goes east there? There used to be a Shell station on the corner. I lived right behind the Shell station in a converted chicken coop. That was our first residence. Over.
Oh, wow. You mean at that intersection? I know where you're talking about. And then you go, if you make a right turn, you go up Big Basin Way.
It depends on which way you're going. If you're going down Highway 9 south, and you take a left turn in front of the service station there, and down that road. Was it Bollinger? Bollinger Road, I think, is what I'm thinking of. Anyway, the people that owned that corner and had sold the property to the Shell station was an old farmer. He was a rancher, and he had raised chickens. And he built this little house. It was a converted hen house, actually, so the kitchen sloped so the eggs would roll downhill. Over.
Oh, that's great. That's clever. Well, yeah, it's so different here now. If you go through the old neighborhood where I used to live, it's all mini mansions, and basically the Chinese have bought all the real estate here. It's basically, when you go there, it's like being in China. I mean, there's no white people left.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm glad I'm over here. Not that I don't like Chinese, but I would have preferred the old neighborhood. Ken Holiday used to live up Bollinger Road the other direction, more toward De Anza College. That's where Ken lived for a long time. Rainbow, I think it was Rainbow was the name of his street, Rainbow Drive or something.
Oh, I know Rainbow Drive. In fact, after when I was going to Foothill College, I lived on Rainbow Drive. I rented a bedroom from a fellow over there, and so I would go to college at night, and I had a full-time job, and I lived right on Rainbow Drive. Boy, that thing is a racetrack.
Yeah, that part of it was for sure. Well, we did our first 1296 moon bounce on the corner of Rainbow Drive and the other street there. Rainbow Drive, we put a 16-foot dish up in the backyard at Ken Holiday's place, and we had a ring hybrid of two C39s. We were running about 600 watts, and one of the guys that worked for, I'm trying to think of the name of the company now, they made low noise preamps and stuff, and we had a pump at 10 gigahertz from there. It was a tube pump, and it pumped our preamp. So our preamp was actually a tube that was being pumped with a 10 gigahertz thing from this place. I can't remember the name of the place. Anyway, quite a bunch of old memories there. When we turned the dish down, one night we were out there probing, setting up the dish, and we had the dish pointed due south down the other side of Rainbow Drive. And we could hear people out in their driveways 300 and 400 feet away because the dish, if you stood in the focal point of the dish, it was a solid dish. And you could hear the people talking if you stood in the focal point. Over.
Hey, Mike, I got a call. Can I talk to you later?
Oh, yeah, sure, Fred. Good to refresh old memories there. 7-3, and we'll catch you maybe later in the week there. KD6SOK, K6MYC, now looking for WB6JNN or whoever.
W6 is here.
And go ahead, W6S 610.
I hear 610. We passed you up. I'll come back to get you in a second. Tom, I got 610, and I hear 226. Are you copying? Well, Fred had a phone call. You might want to go and get Tom there, Ken. WA60IB 226. We've got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, WA60IB. I got Ralph too, by the way, so get him logged in, and I'll head over towards Tom now. WA60IB.
WB6JNN, WA60IB, KW6.
Can we hear you, Jim?
Shape wherever your antenna was pointed to start with there. Or WA60IB, KW6S.
Yeah, okay, Tom. Yeah, good signal. I put it down, so I should be even better. KW6S, WA60IB. How you doing today?
Oh, doing good. Beautiful Santa Cruz, and looking forward to getting some stuff repaired here. I've got parts, and I've got interest
tires, and I've got the broken equipment, so I should get on with it.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy. I've got the same thing. I got parts and pieces, and, you know, I got everything I need. It's just the one thing I'm lacking is the time. That's my issue right now, because I got too many things going on. I got to go up to Blue Ridge tomorrow and steer a satellite dish in, so that's a long trip, 2.5 hours each way, plus a couple hours up there to steer the dish, so it's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I don't know where Blue Ridge is. Well, it must be 2.5 hours from Fresno. So you'll probably want to get an early start on that. And let's see, you're out of here at 8:30 on 6 later on. So we'll let things get going here. And I'll get on with things here. WA6OIB, KW6S.
Okay, real good. Yeah, Blue Ridge is KMPH's original site years and years ago. It's east and, of course, east and a little bit south of Visalia. It's up about 7,000 feet, so it's up in the hill a bit. Yeah, that's my old Univision, actually Telefutura site up there. So I got to go up there and steer their backup satellite dish in. They changed satellites, now I got to steer the dish to the new satellite. It's a fixed dish, so I got a lot of, jacking around to do. It's not motorized, so, you got to Azell the darn thing in and climb up into the darn thing and rotate the LED and all that stuff into a spectrum analyzer. So it's a job. See you later, WE6OIB.
Did you lose him, Tom?
W6OIB, KW6S, off to you, Mike.
Okay. KW6S. I'm leaving the antenna toward Cupertino because I got real good copy on JNN, and I'm hearing you fine. So are you copying me okay, Tom?
Well, I'm hearing you real good, and then all of a sudden it just sort of faded off here. Yeah, I was hearing you good before, so it's just hitting one of the fades. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I moved the antenna just 3 or 4 degrees more to the due west, and this brought you up quite a bit, so I must add you in the almost in the first side lobe there. Anyway, this should be better. Anyway, copied everything. I called you at first, but of course right at 7:30, so you weren't out there. And I heard Jim and K6WIS up here, so I came up to 285 or so to get those guys. And so here we are. 7-3, Tom, and we'll see in a little bit on 6 meters. We'll try to get there, I'm pointing due north for 6 meters, so it might take us until 8:45 to get to you. The 6 meter traffic has been pretty light, so we'll probably get there pretty quick unless we have a debacle like we did last night on 2 meters with a lot of people confused and a lot of repeats and one-way conversations and stuff like that. So it blew the time frame way out of proportion last night. 7-3 for now. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. It was about 103 here today.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a beautiful day here. So 103, that's getting up there Fresno style. Yeah, I've listened to you there talk about your highway, the intersection of Highway 9 and Memory Lane. So I will get on with things here, and I'll catch you on 6 a little later. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, the big thing in that story was our first residence that Myrna and I lived in, which was the converted chicken coop with a sloped kitchen floor. So the eggs, it was the hen house where the kitchen was, and the rest of the building was for other. I don't know if he added on to what, but the kitchen was the hen house, and the whole kitchen, which was about 15 feet long, sloped downward to the east slightly. So if you weren't careful, you were always staggering out the door on the east end. Over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, I don't remember where it was, but I remember living somewhere where I figured you could drop a golf ball down and it would roll all through the house and maybe come back to you.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, very few people start out in a converted hen house. That's why I think it's kind of unusual. That was our first. Well, we had an apartment, of course, but apartments are just rented, and this was a rented, but it was a rented house from these old farm people. The lady used to invite me over, and she made coffee by boiling the coffee. She'd put the coffee grounds in a aluminum pan or aluminum pan, and she boiled the coffee that way. And when you drank your coffee, it was not only super strong, but it also half filled with rounds. Over.
Yes. Yeah, that's just the added little bonus to hopefully kick in a few hours.
Well, I have to go over and pay her. You know, her house was separate from ours by about 50 feet, so I had to go over there once a month and give her rent money, which I think we paid $75 a month. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's Bay Area prices versus Fresno prices.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was within our budget, but not by much. All right, Tom, 7-3, and we'll go back into Cupertino and pick up. Into San Jose there and pick up Jim. 7-3 for now. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC, and now bumping back up to you, Jim. Pick it up. WB6JNN, K6MYC.
KM6 SRR.
Gotcha.
WB6J.
745 here.
And, yeah.
745.
Yes, correct. USL.
I'm about to reconfigure everything here, but that maybe I'll be a little lower in power on 1296. We'll have to see how that goes, because this thing only has 10 watts, and I think I drive up to 20, so. Or I could possibly get a different attenuator here that would get around that problem. Anyway, you're doing quite fine there, and I'm still toying with getting the new Yaesu radio, but I'm going to wait for a while and make sure that they've got their act together, because I remember the early days of the 991 was a problem, and they've had some problems with this one also in the early days. So the trouble with digital radios is sometimes they leave things undone. WB6JNN.
Okay, well, what radio was it that you were on last night where you were having receive problems?
That's the Yaesu. There's something wrong in there that affects both HF and VHF reception, so it's probably in the common IF somewhere.
Yeah, but was it the 991?
Yeah, it's a 991, and it just stops receiving. It goes about 25, 30 dB down, and of course the attenuator is only on the HF side, so I thought about that, but it's not that, and it pops on and pops off.
Yeah, well, you got something broken on a PC board there or something. Okay. Well, Yaesu still fixes that one, don't they?
Yeah, well, I'll just reconfigure the 705 to drive everything and try to get the amplifiers on here too. I think I came up with a scheme to do that, so we'll give that a shot.
Okay, but I think Yaesu still repairs it. It's still within their window of repair time, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's a little old, but it's right on the edge. But it was a good old radio, and they sold thousands and thousands of them, so I'm pretty sure they must still support it. If they don't support it, other people can, and of course you can probably find a dozen people in California that can work on them. All righty. Ken, did you have any comment about the 991 and Jim's problem with the audio level or the reception level coming and going?
Yeah, I haven't experienced that. I've worked on a couple of 991s, but is it the straight 991 or is it the A model?
It's the original.
Original, he said, but there's not much difference. It's mostly software. I had mine upgraded, and they didn't make any changes except a bunch of new software in it. They charged me $250 for the upgrade, and it wasn't worth it. Over.
Well, it does a lot of cool stuff after that. Yeah. Okay, just curious. All right, very good. Yeah, did you want to pick up the 745?
Yes, let me get 745 in there. Eli, is that Eli, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Good evening, Eli. Can't remember your call, but you can give it to me. Number 745. Go ahead, Eli.
KN6 FZH.
N6FZH, Kilo November 6, Foxtrot, Zulu, Honolulu, or Henry, or H for Honolulu, I guess. What was the synonym, phonetic for H?
Hotel.
Hotel. There's the one I was looking for. Thank you. Anyway, good evening. You're visiting Grandpa, are you? Are you guys having dinner together tonight?
Correct, and we're going up to Blue Ridge tomorrow.
Oh boy, you're going to help him up there. That's a good trip. You'll have fun.
Yes, I will. I can't wait to learn a lot.
Yeah, well, he's a good teacher. Okay. Good to hear you, Eli. Thanks for popping in and give us another check-in here on 222.
Hi, Eli. It's Judy.
Yeah.
Hi, Eli. It's Judy.
Hi, Judy. How are you?
Very good. A little warm, but you have fun. You have fun on your trip.
I will. Thank you.
All right. There you go. Okay, somebody else in there. Who is that?
Where's he located?
Well, he's at WA60IB. That's Ken's grandson. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say he's pretty strong here, but then I realized he was on somebody else's rig. I just didn't know which one.
Yeah, he checked in quite regularly from there. He's quite a regular visitor at his grandfather's place, and he's going up on the hill on Blue Ridge to help Ken align some dishes tomorrow. I think that's what they've got on the agenda. That's going to be a full day, but a nice long drive, and it'll be cooler up there too. They're at 7,000 feet.
Oh yeah. By the way, Ken, at KSPW Channel 8, they missed a dish one time, an 8-footer. It had just disappeared. Some hiker found it a couple of years later, halfway down the mountain.
What did it do? Blow away?
That was several years ago.
Yeah, how did it get loose?
Well, it just had a good storm up there, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be darned. We were driving along our road here. Frank and I were driving around one day, and we looked over the edge, and it's about 100, maybe 300 yards south of my property line, and there's a deep canyon there. And we looked down in there, and there was a dish down in there. And we clambered down. I looked at the dish. It looked like it was pretty solid. It was a full surface dish. It wasn't screened. I guess there's a little mesh on it, but very, very sturdy dish. So we dragged it out of the canyon, and it's here now. It's a good 10-footer, and one of these days, Frank will probably do some moon bounce with it. Over.
That would be neat. Okay, very good.
Yeah, somebody just threw it away. It was down there with a bunch of other garbage. Over.
Yeah, well, what do you do with a dish?
Well, you put it upright and put water in it and let the birds live with it. Or you turn it upside down and put a canvas over it, and you got a nice shelter. All right, Jim, 7-3. Let's see who else is in here. Maybe you can stand by and see if you can help me hear anybody I'm missing. QRZ, the Bay Area, 222. Bozo Net, that's Memory Lane here tonight. K6MYC. I don't hear anybody, do you?
No, I don't hear.
Okay, who was the other one? Did you say something, Ken?
I said I don't hear anybody. KM6SRR.
Got you, Rob, but hang on. There was one weak one underneath. Listen carefully. The station that's calling in, you got a lot of flutter, so speak slowly and repeat your Bozo number several times. K6MYC in the group standing by. I heard you. Call again, call again, call again. Well, I heard somebody in there with a lot of burble and flutter and whatever. Maybe they'll come in when we get more toward Oakley here. All right. I'm pretty close to being pointed at Oakley, so let's see if Ken is there. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO, okay, 6MYC.
6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, how copy?
Well, you're very weak for some reason.
Well, I'm doing about 150 watts. Anyway, the fan is up and down, which I'm rarely hear on this fan. High temperature 86.
very good. And Ken, he did pretty well in the contest, the CQ contest, but he worked mostly guys that were east. He said hardly anybody out here even knew about the contest, but he worked a whole bunch of guys on 6 meters, Ken. WA60YB in the group, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening up there, Ken. Yeah, you are a lot weaker than normal. I don't know what you actually faded out one time there, so maybe you got it on your 6-meter beam or something.
No, I'm fixed on the 222, I hope. Yeah, the contest was interesting, and I think it's going to gain respect, particularly the folks this side of the Mississippi. It needs a lot of promotion, but now that they've separated digital from analog, I think the analog contest is going to peak up.
Boy, we sure hope so. Yeah. By the way, Mike, there is somebody underneath them there talking away. I don't know what it is, but they seem to be just talking, so I don't think they're trying to check in.
You're loud, Ken.
You say you lost Ken? Did you say you lost Ken, Ken N6RO? Did you lose Ken?
No, I said he's loud.
Oh, he's loud, okay, because he's hearing you pretty weakly as you are for me. Not your normal strength here. Anyway, no worries. We got good copy. It's just that you're not potent. And I tried moving the antenna. I found a side lobe, and you're okay on the side lobe, but you're stronger here where I'm pointed, so I'm obviously on the main lobe. But it's a little bit north of normal.
Hey, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, what Ken was saying is the guy that we're hearing is very loud, but we don't know who he is. He's talking away up there.
Oh, I don't hear that guy very loud. Who I heard was very, very quiet, very, very underneath, but maybe you can get his attention.
That's Dave, N1PPP, loud and clear.
Oh, okay. Well, the antenna's not that broad. I would pick him up. I have to go a little bit to the north.
Hang on, Dave. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Mike covered you up, but you're loud here, N1PPP, WA60IB. Good to hear you. Been a long time.
Oh, yeah, Ken. All right. Well, very good. So you passing on?
Did you copy him, Mike?
Yeah, I got him. It was just he made such a short transmission. I swung the beam and I went past him. Good evening, Dave. We got you, 336. Do you also have Kent there? Over. I don't hear him now, Kent.
Okay, yeah, Kent too. All right, very good. We don't hear him, but of course you do, and you got him checked in. WA60IB.
I didn't even hear Dave come back with Kent, but I'll put them both down. Thanks, Ken.
Okay, thank you, Dave, and good night to you too. WA60IB. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, so I've got 336 and 160. To you, Ken, N6RO73. We'll see you a little bit later on 6 meters with any final thoughts, sir. Everybody's happy to know that, and I haven't sent an email yet to the N2CC at CQWW-VHF website yet. We've got to do that, but it was busy today. Lots of things going on here, and we got way behind. I'll try to get to that tomorrow. 73, I will see on 6, Ken. WAN6RO in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, hi, Mike. Yeah, you've been a really good copy, and Ken also. I'm just normal station pointed right at you, so it must be the van or something. We'll see you on 6 meters in just a bit.
Roger, roger.
You're much better that time, Ken. Ken, it was a band. I'm sure that's all it was.
Yeah, I think so. It's funny how these bands go up and down.
Yep. I didn't get what you had for dinner though. I got the temperature and all that. What did you eat?
Farm salmon and string beans.
Ooh, okay, very good. Well, we had corn on the cob and some kind of other concoction with a bunch of vegetables from my garden, so it was delicious. So we had a good meal too. WA60IB.
Yeah, good. I also had corn on the cob and mushrooms and onions and all the other things I throw in the vegetable pot.
Sounds good.
All right. right, very good. We haven't had dinner yet. Matt got home last night from his long trip down to the Caribbean and this boat ride. And he should have been here this evening. I'm not sure he's here yet. But we've been holding dinner, and we haven't seen him. Normally he comes home about 6:30 or so and makes dinner. So I'm not sure what the plan is this evening. But anyway, we're not starving. I had a popsicle just before I got on here, so I'm good for another couple of hours. All right, let's see. Let me move the antenna a little bit here. Is there anybody else while I'm in this direction that's copying on 222, please? K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Oh, you're S9 now in Oakley.
Okay. I don't hear anybody else, so we're going to go on up toward here. KL6KD, Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta. Am I close to you, Bill? KL6KD, K6MYC.
I'm not sure if I heard you, Mike. Did you call Kilo Oscar 6, Kilo Delta? KD Bozo 776, checking in.
I got you, 776. I think I'm pretty much peaked on you now. Anyway, good deal. I did not hear you this morning. You had very strange conditions, but Bob was in. He was in from, what the hell was the island? I can't remember the name of the island he was on. Anyway, he was at a friend's place. He's still in Washington State legally, saying he's at a friend's place and he'll be there until Wednesday. I think he'll be underway on Wednesday again, but he'll be in that same location, running 75 watts to a long wire. But he wasn't real strong. But he was hearing Greg okay, and he copied me, of course, and he had good copy with Mark. So it was working. It just wasn't bodacious like he normally is on the sailboat. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Oh, that's very nice that you heard from Bob. I was there. I have been sick this weekend, and so I overslept. I got up at 8:30, and I checked, and I couldn't hear anything. And then I heard somebody very, very faintly. And then I think that was, I thought it was Mark, but I could be wrong. Anyway, and then he gave it back to you, and I said, well, I'm not hearing you either. So at that point, I just hit the power switch and crawled back into bed.
Yeah, well, you did the right thing. Phil was in, but he was very weak. He was hearing me intermittently. Phil was not copying me very well. He said he was, but I turned it over to him, and he wouldn't come back. So he was either busy doing stuff in the background or whatever, but he was quite weak here, S3, S4 at the most. And Mark wasn't very strong. He was lots of QSB, S3 to S8. And normally Mark the last few days has been S9 plus 10. So conditions were very poor today, Bill. You didn't miss much. Hi. And we didn't talk very much politics for that reason. Hi. 7-3, and we'll catch you on 6 meters in a few minutes, Bill. Is there anybody else up there on 222, please? Oh, wait a minute. Ken, do you want to say hi to Bill?
Well, sure. Hi, Bill. Good to hear you up there, and hi from Gwen here, too. So, very good. Have a great week. KO6KD to WA6OIB.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Good to hear you as well. The band has kind of shifted, so everybody's a little weaker now, but nice to hear from you as well. And I hope you guys had a nice holiday weekend, you and Gwen and the family. So nice to hear from you. Take care, 7-3, KO6KD.
Did you get that, Ken, or did he fade on you?
No, I started to key up, and you. I don't key up instantly. I always pause a little bit, Mike. I don't tailgate. So anyway, good to hear you, Bill. Thank you much, and very best to 73s, and have a great rest of the week. WA6OIB.
Okay. We'll see you in a little bit on 6 meters, Bill. KO6KD, K6MYC. We don't have anything from from John, so I don't think there's anybody else in this direction. One last call. Anybody else on 222 here, K6MYC, before we go to Nevada? Going to Nevada. Can you believe that signal, Ken? You hearing the airplane flutter on Larry? N7 Whiskey Tango coming in about 3 different time zones there with the airplane flutter, Larry. Good evening. N7 Whiskey Tango 657 K6MYC. You take it, Larry, and then turn it to Ken, N6RO, okay?
Roger on the 5 and 7. You're also 5 and 7, but very garbled sounding. Very garbled. November 7 Whiskey Tango. Hello there, Larry. N7WT, WA6OIB. Yeah, the 7:15 flight, or 8:15 flight just must have left Reno because we had a lot of airplane flutter on you. Very, very noticeable. But you're good and strong right now. N7WT, WA6OIB. Yours 5.7 is a 5.9 up and down a little bit. It's stronger than Mike's tonight. Anyway, we're standing by here. Mike's a little garbled for some reason. He's 5.7, 5.8, but just garbled. N7WT.
Yeah, you're also very garbled, Larry. But we got you. Thank you very much for coming in. Good to hear you. Have you been working anything on 6 meters, and did you work the contest on sideband over the weekend? Over.
I did work. I worked a few people on sideband on 6 meters, and a number of them on FT8. But I wasn't real active in the contest. It was kind of a low contest for some reason. It's not. I've kind of lost interest because there's not much sideband activity anymore. It's just gotten boring. They need to get rid of that FT8 and get everybody back on sideband again. It would be fun. K6MYC and 7WT.
Well, I'm going to be garbled, so you might explain this business. There was no FT8 in the contest. Can you explain it to him, Ken? WA6OIB?
I didn't know which Ken you were talking to. Did you mention N6RO back there? What did you want me to explain?
Well, he said he didn't hear anybody on FT8, and I said, well, it's no wonder because the contest wasn't on FT8. It was sideband and CW only. Larry, over.
I was not on that. I'm not familiar with that one. Over.
Did you hear that, Ken?
Yes, I did. Yep. Yeah, there wasn't any FT8, so you were out of luck, maybe, Larry. Where'd you go, Larry?
Yeah, he's having trouble up there. Anyway, good deal, Larry. Let me see if Daniel's in here. And I don't think Daniel operated the contest because he's not much of a 6 meter or 2 meter guy. He's 2 meters, of course, but let's see if Daniel's there. KE7UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform, Quebec, London. Near Carson City, K6MYC in the group, over.
By the way, you're 5 and 9 in the clear signal now, Mike. N7WT.
I didn't get that. Did you get what he said, Ken?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was texting. Rob's on there, and I was texting Rob, so I wasn't listening. What was that up there, Larry? He was 5 and 9 clear signal. 5 and 9 clear signal last time. Just wanted to report that at least the garble is gone. N7WC.
Okay, we got the 5 and 9. No, you haven't been stable since we started. You've had the garble with the lonely path flutter on there since we started, and it hasn't gotten any better. Thanks, Larry. 73s, and let's see if we can get Daniel in here. N7 KE7 Whiskey Tango No, that's not right. KE7 UQL. I got them tangled together, didn't I? I never do that. KE7 UQL, Daniel, K6MYC, over. Oh, I'm not hearing 272. That's unusual.
You're 10 over 9 now, Mike. 10 over 9. Over.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're strong now too, Larry. Very strong. Strong signal. It's still got the warbly and garbly stuff, but it's cleared up a lot. Thanks. Are you hearing anything from Daniel? That's unusual that he is not here, over.
I haven't talked to Daniel since the VHF contest. I haven't heard him ever since then, over.
Well, he's back, and I've worked him last week on 220, so I know he's functional. But maybe he got broken when he came back. Maybe the antenna didn't work. He was on a trip. He went to Nevada and did some fishing.
I just like to say, I haven't been real active because the conditions are really poor on 6 meters the last week or so.
Yeah, okay. One more call for you, Daniel. KE7 UQL. I'll bump the antenna a little bit more to the west east. KE7 UQL, Kilo Echo 7, Uniform Quebec London, K6MYC. Daniel? Well, maybe he's fallen asleep on the floor. Sometimes he lays on the floor and falls asleep, Ken. Well, I guess we'll have to skip him tonight. Larry, we'll see you in a few minutes. In just a few minutes, we'll see you on 6 meters, Larry, over.
Roger, we'll see you on 6. November 7, Whiskey Tango, 7373.
73, Larry.
I'll see you on 6 in a few minutes here, WA60IB.
73 UQM and 733.
Yeah, I think we got everybody. I could go back to the Bay Area, but I don't think we're missing anybody over there.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna kill slow to 6 meters. WA60IB.
Okay. Let's see. For you, Rob, I didn't mean to ignore you when you checked in, but we had other people talking there. KM6SRR. Judy will give you a count here. What do you got, Judy?
I think 15.
15? 16? 15. We'll get it in a second. Okay, KM6SRR, K6MYC. We've got a total of 15, 1-5.
Well, I've got more than that. I don't know what did you have in the beginning?
Well, I started off with 1079, 1147.
Okay. Did you have PQL?
Yeah, I got 1296. We had before him, we had with him, we had K637 Paul. And then we got KD6SOK 507, and then we got 285 Jim, and that was it for the Bay Area.
Okay, yeah, that's when I tried checking in. I've got total 18, and you probably don't have KN6 UKN.
Yeah, we got him. 65765 or something. We got Eli in there.
KN6UKN, which is number 1200.
Oh, no, I don't have 1200 down. Put down 1200. That'll be 16. What else? Here, Candace's call is very close to the call that Eli has. That's why I get them confused. His is UKN or something, and she's K. What is hers?
Hers is KN6 UKN. I remember it as KN is where they are issuing the new technician licenses, and there's KN twice in there just with a U in the middle.
Yeah, well then I didn't write his call sign down. Ken is over on 6. You can ask him what Eli's call is, but it's KN6, and it's got a U in it, and a K and a N, I think, but.
F something.
Oh, F. Oh, it ends up in an H. I know. I was asking him. Yeah, FZH or something.
Yeah, FZH is Eli's. Well, I'm counting 18, so I don't know where you're short. Did you get the ones from Clear Lake?
Yeah, we got 160 and 333. 835 was Ken, and then we went up. What?
KO6KD, what is?
776. It was up at the top here.
Well, that's okay, Mike. We may as well go over to 6 because Ken's moving along.
Well, I don't think we've missed anybody. We went from KO6KD up to Navarino, and we got Larry and 7WT, and that was the end.
Yep, well, I've still got 18.
Oh, she's got 18 now. She must have skipped a number. She's got 18. We're on the same page. 7-3. Thanks, Rob.
Okay, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, QSY over to 6 meters.
Roger, see you on 6. I'll be monitoring here for anybody late checks or missed here. I'll be monitoring here for a few minutes. K6MYC, 222 Bozo.
About that, but anyway, it does.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know. That if you're telling me that, then I must be doing something right.
Yeah, you sure are. Okay, very good. Well, I'm going to swing up towards Reno again. N7WT, are you there yet, Larry? WA60IB.
I don't hear Larry yet.
I don't either.
Well, he said he'll be here. He probably gone off to water the grass or something. Tell me, list them slowly so Judy can write them down. Go ahead. Whoever you have, Ken.
What was that, Mike? I was distracted a bit.
Yeah, Rob said you had checked in quite a few. I was waiting for your list.
Oh, well, KM6HK, Dan, 803 checked in, Phil checked in, 884, CEF, I forgot his number, dang it. Daryl.
982, I'm here, Mike.
Here's 694B and W6GBS.
WA60IB, 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 N7WT, N7WT, 657, over.
We've got you, Larry, K6MYC.
7WT, 657, WA60IB. Yep, you're about an S6, S7, something like that, not bad.
All right, yeah, you're about an S5, and somebody else was in there. Who else was in there? N7WT. I thought someone else was calling wrong with that.
He's here. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I called him the same time you did. We copy you, Larry. We got your 657. You're very weak at the moment. Over. He's not responding.
Yeah, are you copying, Mike? Maybe he's in a null there. N7WT, WA60IB. He's not copying me now either.
Here's 694B and W6GBS.
And we've got you, Ben. Thank you, WB6GBS. 694, K6MYC with WA60IB. Okay, Ken, I've got you. I probably should put down Eli. That's 7. What's Eli's number again?
745.
745, okay. And then we've got 982, 803, Dan.
Phil, 884.
Oh, I did not hear Phil yet. 884, that's Phil.
I've got him.
Okay, good evening, Phil.
Ben.
Good evening there, Mike. Good evening there, the guys, WB6GGY.
Yeah, we're not pointed at you yet. I'm still pointed up toward Nevada, but that's okay. We're hearing you fine.
Carrie.
Who was that one?
That was Carrie, 712.
Uh-oh. Where you got it pointed, Kerry?
I'm pointed north, and it was the balance.
Well, you're very weak. You must be running flea power right at the moment. Check your power. I can hear you, but you're very weak. So check it out. And I'm glad you found it with the ballon there.
Roger, roger. I'll get that video back to you.
Well, maybe it wasn't the ballon because you should be a lot stronger. I feel like I'm hearing you on the leads from the ballon.
And 7WT, Mike.
I got you, Larry. I've been answering you.
Okay, I couldn't hear you a while ago, but now you're loud and clear. 5 and 5.
We've got you. Is there any, how about, I didn't hear Richard yesterday. Is he in there tonight?
I got a feeling that Richard's in an astronomy meeting. He's the first Monday of the month he usually does that. I don't know if we've had one or not, but anyway, he might be in an astronomy meeting. I can't get him on 220.
Richard wasn't there last night either on 2 meters, so maybe he's on a little trip or something.
It could be. I'm not sure. And then I do know that the first Monday of July is always a astronomy meeting, and I don't know if this is it or was last Monday. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he has an astronomical club meeting. For his astronomical club meeting is on the first Monday of the month, so he usually misses one of those 6 meters. But he was not there on 2 meters last night either, which was very surprising. Anyway, let's see if there's anybody else up your way. How about K7SUN? Stan, are you there? Go ahead, Ken.
Working.
What's working?
Sorry, 759 KR6MR. Bill was trying to check in. I guess you didn't hear him.
No, we're not pointed that way yet. We're still toward Nevada.
No, you're not.
WA6AAJ 727.
727, we got you, Mike.
Roger.
I'm going to rotate now toward Sacramento and Meadow Vista.
The Babushkin Hour, WA60IB, QRT.
73, Ken.
See you, Larry. Good signal now, WA60IB. Bye-bye.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Darren. All of it.
Okay, this should be pretty close to you, John. KR6MR and the group K6MYC, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group, KR6MR, Bozo 759. Yeah, for quite a while you've been playing at about 323, 325 degrees, not to Reno.
No, I'm pointed at 333 right now, over.
Yes, you are now, but 2 minutes ago, you were pointed almost in this exact direction.
Well, that's probably because Aaron was running my controller, and that's why I didn't know it. And when he does that, it gets the thing all screwed up for me. And I had it in mode 2, which was the preset mode, and it went off on its own somewhere.
Well, we know where it's at now. It's working just fine here, Mike.
Okay, I've had terrible inverter noise in this direction. You're a good copy, but very noisy. Okay, let me get Bill in here. KO6KD, any copy, Bill?
Oh, yeah, okay, Mike. KO6KD, number 776, over.
Got your 776, and worst copy here than on 220, over.
Yeah, all right. I'm not hearing you about the same, maybe just a little bit better here. Anyway, yeah, I got more power here, but you're hearing me worse. Well, what can I say? I'll let you go. 748 KO6KD.
Well, you didn't give me a chance to put the antenna on you. Give me another quick sentence, over.
Okay, well, I can do that. I can jam around. Let's see here. My temperature today was 97 degrees. Let's see, dinner tonight was a can of Alpha dog food fried with a little bit of white vinegar, or not vinegar, but olive oil. The vegetable was the green mold on the side of a piece of sourdough bread, toasted with just a little bit of margarine on it. So not like the halibut that some people were having, but good enough for me.
Well, that's not fair. We haven't had dinner yet. You're making me drool here. Yeah. I don't know where Matt is tonight. He's running really late, and he normally calls when he's not coming for dinner.
I'm cooking.
Yeah, well, such as it is. Okay. Anyway, good, Bill. Fine on your dinner. And we'll look for you tomorrow. Well, no, we won't see you tomorrow, will we? 1296 is an off day for you. But we'll see you. Hopefully we'll get some decent conditions on 40 and we can work you in the morning. KO6KD and the group K6MYC, and I'm also listening for KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, waiting for some CW there, Rich.
Whiskey India Sugar.
K6WIS 637. Good evening, Paul, on the direct path, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. You're 5 by 7 on this direct path right now. I thought I'd just grab you and check in while you were good signal here. Checking in and checking on K6WIS number 637.
finally settled down here.
340.
It's got a mind of its own tonight. That's good. We should be hearing you now, Paul. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6 MYC. How copy now?
Okay, Mark, I got you 5 now with some QSB fading and a flutter, but still solid copy here.
Yeah, okay, we've got you. Anyway.
36.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I'm pointed at 336 now, so somewhere between 336 and 340 is where you are there from Placerville. Very good. 7-3, thanks for coming up on the direct path here. I've got noise in this direction. This antenna picks up my neighbor when I'm pointed over this way, so I'm hearing the stuff. The 6-meter antenna looks right over the top of him at this angle in this direction. So I'm hearing his inverter noise. And when it's hot like this, 100 plus, it's really bad. Good evening, Paul. And we'll talk to you tomorrow on 1296. It'll be a lot less noise. Aye. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6 MYC. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. K6 MYC in the group. This is K6 WIS Placerville signing off.
7-3, Paul, and I'm listening for Reading to KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, K6 MYC, 145. Go ahead.
I hear KJ6 KSB.
I didn't catch that. I guess you said something about heavy QSB. I have not moved the antenna, so that's just a band. But I do not hear any CW or anything from KD6SW. So let me see, KJ6KFB, let me move your way a little bit more. I'll go to 322, 323 here, Judy.
331.
Okay, let me come down a little bit further. Okay.
315.
That's all right. This will get to KJ6KFB if you're there, Darren, K6MYC.
Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu.
Yeah, I hear you. I got you. I overshot you a little bit. Let me come back just a little bit. 756. Go ahead, Darren. Whiskey Zulu Zulu. Hang on, John. Okay, really rough copy, Darren, but we've got your 756. We've got you all okay, Darren. 73, we'll look forward to better conditions tomorrow on 1296. Look for you tomorrow on 1296, Darren. KJ6KFB, K6MYC, moving it a little bit here to pick up W6WZZ, K6MYC.
Hey, good evening. How are you doing this evening, Mike? John out here in Brentwood, W6WZZ. My Bozo number is 1145.
Got you 1145 and pretty good copy, even though got terrible buzz on here with the inverter noise, but you're coming in strong. You've obviously made some improvements there, John, over.
Roger. I got a new antenna and it seems to be working pretty good, so now I got it down and I think I'm doing okay.
Okay, what's the antenna and how high is it?
It's up about 40 feet and it is a Comet 6-meter beam.
How many elements?
It's a 4-element, 2 drivers.
Oh, 2 driven for the bandwidth. Okay, yeah, okay. Very good. Yeah, you've got way more bandwidth than you need, but it's working, so who could complain? And pretty good copy. It helps to get up higher. The 40 feet is really helping and making the difference on your signal there, John. W6WZZ, 1145, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Roger that. You have a good one. Have a good rest of the week. Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu, K6 NYC.
Yeah, we got you. Let's see if there's anybody else in this direction. I know I should be very close to M6RO. Are you there, Ken?
WA6HNA 1013.
Okay, 1013. We've got you, Greg, 1013. Go ahead, take one.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Good to hear you. And just wanted you to know that your solar panels are doing well. We just installed a mini split in Chris's cabin last week, and the panels are all running it great. He's got a nice icy cold cabin running. Back to you.
Oh, wonderful. That's good news. We just found the paperwork on the BP stuff. Did you throw it out yet, Judy?
No.
Okay, she still has it if you want it. It's the paperwork that we got up on the solar panels when we put the system in. You know, when we put that system in was 2002, so those panels are 23 years old. Over.
Roger. Yeah, I kind of thought they were probably about 20 years old, but they're still working and they're still doing the job. So Chris is enjoying having electricity in his house for a change. Back to you.
Yeah, that's probably good. I like my electricity too.
I'll save the books for him.
Now, if you want, we could save these manuals. It's probably mute, but there's very little in there that of any use. You've got the model number on the panel, so if you ever had to call BP, they seem to be responsive. At least they were in the old days. I had two of those panels that were crazed. I don't know if you got those that were crazed. They still worked, and they were tested by the people that installed them, but one day they just crazed, the glass crazed, but they still seem to produce pretty decent power, so I guess it didn't hurt them. Anyway, I was going to replace them, and it wasn't a bad price at the time. I think they were under $200 or something, but probably not worth the effort at this point. Anyway, I suspect if he ever has to replace them, you'll just get new ones and not try to do any repair work on the 23-year-old devices. Over.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say that's probably the case too. What I'm finding is that he's finding more and more uses for electricity now that he has it. So I suspect this system will be growing before very much more time. Over.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Well, the new panels at 400, of course, are a big improvement. So he could put up four new 400-watt panels and almost duplicate what he has there.
Yeah, exactly. And what we may do is keep that string, and then he's got enough rack space set up that he can put an additional string on. So we'd just put another charge converter on there and go about it that way. But we're keeping these panels, I think, going. They're producing pretty well up there. He's got a great south exposure, so that's working out well. K6NYC, WA6HA. Thanks for doing the net tonight.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Greg. Let me see. Judy, where were we pointed?
314.
Okay, I'm at 314 for you, and you're doing very well tonight. So, I don't know, maybe we've been in the wrong direction for Phil. Phil was in there, but I didn't turn it back to him very many times. Phil, I wonder if you're still listening here. And I'm listening in 314 direction. Is it better or worse than before? WB6GGY and the group K6MYC. Yeah, looks like Phil's gone. No problem. Let's see if there's anybody else in this direction. K6MYC Bozo Net. Looking up the San Joaquin, Sacramento Valley. Over. Nothing heard. I'm waiting for some CW from Redding, but it hasn't popped in yet. Let me go a little bit further to the west here. I'll go down to 308. That should be close. N6RO after dinner now. You had dinner already, so we haven't even thought about dinner yet. Our dinner maker isn't here yet tonight. I don't know if he's ever coming home.
Dinner's ready.
Oh, it is ready. He's here? Did he bring it?
No,
or he made it?
He's been here for about an hour.
Oh, I didn't know he'd been here. Okay, so Matt is here. Our dinner's ready. We just have to get off the radio. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC.
Yeah, very, very, very weak. Over. first, what's happening here? Is it moving again?
311.
Yeah, that's all right. I get the first 3 words and then you disappear, over. Maybe you got the wrong antenna on there. Can you go to one of the other ones, over?
I've got both of them on, one up north and one down to you.
Well, I'm not north of you, I'm south.
Oh, you're not hearing me then?
I'm not hearing you very well. Well, I got lots of noise, but you're much weaker than WZZ with his 4-element comet, over.
Oh, I must have a radio problem. I've got...
Yeah, you may not be running any RF power. Anyway, we've got you. We got you checked in 835, but I was thinking that you'd be a lot stronger here, but it's just, I'm sure you'll sort it out there. No worries. N6 Radio Oscar K6MYC listening.
Okay, on just one antenna, 1,500 watts, so I don't know what the problem is.
Well, now you're loud. So you came up about 30 dB, over.
So my antenna switching is not working.
Well, that may be. Yeah, something like that, possibly. You came up by a ton now. You're very loud now. I can't see the S meter here. Aaron could give you a reading, but I've got so much noise, it's going to be difficult.
Am I down again now?
No, you're up. Go ahead. I doubled with you.
Okay. Did you hear my comment on net procedures?
Did I hear your comment on something? Obviously, I didn't get that, and I didn't hear on what?
Net procedure. I complained about folks who, when you call a station to check in, another one jumps in, which is impolite and way off the line of directed net, which I was trained on years ago. Over.
Well, I understand. Many times, though, they call in and they don't know who I'm calling. I make a general call. And a lot of the locals can't hear very far out. They got very poor or bad locations, Ken. So it's not unusual for a local to call in and not know anybody else is on the frequency, over.
Yeah, I understand that, but the station who sended me was very loud here. But that's it.
Yeah, I wonder who called in this time on 6. Was it anybody here? Tonight here?
Yeah, the last guy you talked to. Forget it.
I forgot who it was.
Greg.
Who was it?
Greg.
Oh, Greg. No. Well, he should. I didn't hear him break in over the top of anybody. You're talking about WA6HNA? Is that who you're talking about?
You called me. He jumped in. That's not polite. Not damn it.
Well, I can't hear whoever else is making comments. Is that Aaron making comments in there?
No. Good night, Mike.
Okay, I'm not sure who said good night. I'm having so much noise here that I can't read your voice.
Who were you talking to about the complaint?
I was talking to Ken,
okay,
N6RO.
And he said good night.
Yeah, okay, so Ken said good night. Good night, we'll let you go. And I think it's just band conditions, Ken. Don't get too disturbed. I understand that sometimes, like the night before last night on 2 meters, we did have a real confusion factor with somebody that couldn't hear me very well. You know who I'm talking about, over. And anyway, we do the best we can on this end because sometimes I don't hear everything I'm supposed to hear either. Anybody else while I pointed up the Sacramento, San Joaquin Valley, K6MYC Bozo Net?
7-3, you guys, go eat your dinner. WB6GGY Bozo 884.
Oh, there you are. I called you in earlier. Maybe you were away from the mic. Good to hear you, Phil. And I guess you had intermittent copy on me this morning on 40. Is that right?
Roger on that. Yeah, it was up and down, in and out.
Yeah, well, I had copy on you all the time, but even Mark was you weren't responding to Mark either, so you must have had him in and out as well, right?
Right, yeah, it was very choppy this morning. Okay, hey, we'll talk to you a little later. WB6GGY, you and Judy go have dinner.
Okay, yeah, we're going to do that.
Say hi to Barbara.
Judy said, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Barbara.
There you go. Okay, thanks, Phil. We'll see you in the morning. Hopefully it'll be better. And you were doing pretty good. Bob up there in the island, I can't remember the name of the island he was on, but he was just north of, just south of the Canadian border on a little island out there. He has a friend there, but he said you were coming in quite nicely up there, over.
Well, glad we were making it. I was copying him part-time, so, yeah, strange conditions there, Mike.
Yeah, I guess we just have to live with it, and it's doing the same thing. And, of course, to combine and complicate things here tonight even more, I've got terrible noise. It's about 100. It was about 103 today, even though it wasn't supposed to be. But when we were out on a patio, Amanda, my weed eater, she said, she says, it's 103 here. It is warm. It wasn't supposed to get to quite 100 today. No biggie. Anyway, but that inverter noise is just brutal when I'm pointed in this direction. Thanks, Phil. We'll see you in the morning, hopefully. Take care. Best to Barbara. And I'm anxious to hear about the med classes. Did you get a chance to get that meeting, or was that coming up?
Yeah, that was today, and it was a very interesting meeting. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. There, Mike, over.
Yeah, well, the question is, you can answer this right away. Did you ask the guys at MedGlass, or whoever they call themselves, did you ask them if they'd contacted the Valley Center for the Blind?
Yes, I did, and they didn't have any information as to those people there at the Valley. So it was very interesting, though. I'll talk to you more about it in the morning. But yeah, they upgraded the glasses again, and it's really very AI intuitive. Go ahead.
Oh, that's good. That's good. In lieu of some medical thing with medical frequency medicine that I'm also looking into for a repair to the retina, the med glasses would be an improvement if it's as good as you say it is with good AI and stuff. Sounds good. Thanks. I'll look forward to it in the morning, Phil. And worst case, we can go over to 2 meters. If I can't copy you on 40, I can always go over to 6 meters here and do you on this band, over.
Yeah, you got an excellent signal right now. Okay, 7-3, my friend. You and Judy have a great evening. We'll talk to you later.
I can pop back and forth between 40 and 6 meters very easy. I just push one button and I'm there, over.
Yeah, I understand. I can do just about the same thing here.
All right, 7-3. Let me get on into the Bay Area quickly here. Let's see. Anybody else before I go to the Bay Area? K6MYC Bozo Net.
N6 BCC 1134.
N6 BCC K6MYC 1134. Good evening, Merle.
Good evening, Mike and Judy. Yeah, I thought I'd jump in there. Usually I wait till you get a little more in the Bay Area, but yeah, I thought I'd just jump in there and say howdy real quick.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you did. I've got terrible noise, so it's not pleasant copy, but it's readable. You're 100% copy here, so no problem. N6 BCC. I haven't heard Brett for a week or so. Where is he?
He's been on vacation up north there since before the 4th, and he got back in today. I don't know if he's going to be on tonight or not. I was talking to him a little bit earlier. They're texting back and forth, and
Okay, very good. Well, we'll look for him. I knew he was on vacation, and I wasn't sure when he was getting back. I never can keep track of that. I have a hard time keeping track of what I'm going to do tomorrow. 730, thank you. Good signal, no problem. N6BCC, K6MYC, QRZ looking into the Bay Area for Bozo check-ins. Or anybody else that's hearing me, over?
And 5 MPD, 1129.
There is 1129. Good evening, Brett. We were talking about your ears burning, are they?
Oh, they were on fire.
How was your little vacation? I forgot. You went up north to visit some family?
Yeah, I went up north. My mother lives up there in Portola, so I stayed up there for a week. And then took it off on Friday. Be gone for another week, going up through Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, down to Colorado, and back to Vegas.
Okay, quite a trip. Sounds good. Anyway, you're sounding good over here. I've got terrible noise, but hopefully I can hear a few people in the Bay Area here. All right, let me let you go. We're waiting to go to dinner here. Dinner's been ready for an hour or so.
No.
Well, we'll let you go, and we'll see you perhaps on Wednesday on 2 meters there, and you can tell me all about the trip. NPD, K6MYC.
Anthony, Mike, yeah, dinner's on the table as well. Catch you later.
7-3. Okay, let's try it here. I got a nice quiet spot. It's quiet. I must have the pattern of the antenna and the null on the noise. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area.
KW6S, 610.
Oh, 610, way off axis. I wonder if this antenna is pointed right. I just wonder sometimes. Good evening, Tom. Thanks for checking in here. 610, we've got you. What's up?
Nothing much. It's 7:30. So, yeah, not been doing too much. Been on the air talking to a couple friends local here that all have antenna projects they're trying to get put together.
Okay. I guess it's time of the year you think about it. Sometimes you don't get it done. You procrastinate. Oh, it's too hot today, and then, of course, it rains, and then it's too cold, and it's too wet, and it's whatever. And always come up with some excuse if you're not going to do it. Anyway, good luck with that. Thanks for checking in here. I'm going to go quickly because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to hear anybody else in the Bay Area. I'm surprised I'm hearing you as well. How are you copying me? Not pointed at you. I think I'm at 285 or 288 or something here. 290. 290.
Well, you sound really loud. At first you were S3 or 4, and now you're like at S1, but I have zero noise.
Oh, S1. Okay, so you're not that weak. Jesus. I hope I'm more than S1 there. Let me see what you are on the meter. Go ahead.
Okay, well, yeah, this is ICOM 7610, and I've never really checked the S meter to see what its calibration is. I know they do a funny thing where they do 3 dB per S unit instead of 6 like everyone else. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, it used to be 6 dB per S unit, but they've modified that over the years. You're S7 and pretty steady, peaking up to S7, but nothing beyond that. Sounds louder, but it's because I've got a quiet spot in the pattern here, so not much signal strength. I'm sure I could hear you much better if I pointed at you. Not to worry. Let me see who else is on the frequency here. K6MYC Bozo Net, listening for Bay Area stations.
KF69 Whiskey November India on the correct frequency this evening, and it's 1090.
I got you. 1090, 1090, 1098. I should say 1098. We got you, Lee, and not quite Q5, but I'm not pointed at you. So be patient. We'll be there in a couple of minutes. Let me just clean out the Bay Area. and then we'll be right down that way, and I'll move the antenna a little bit more your way. But we've got you, 1098. Thanks, Lee. Don't go away. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Bay Area, please.
Oh, okay. I was confused there. 1090, Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November, India, correctly dialed in the station.
Whiskey Bravo 6, WNI, is that you, Gary?
Yes. Over to you is a little weak copy, but yes.
Okay, we got 1090 from you, Gary. You're good copy here. Not real strong, but good copy, so I'm probably not pointed at you, but I'm in a place where I don't have any noise, so I can hear, but I'm probably transmitting weaker. Anyway, good evening to you. Thanks for being there, and the 6-meter antenna system is starting to work for you. WB6WNI, K6MYC, over.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm glad it's working for you. This is about X7. Repeat X7. So let's be good enough. 25 copy. I won't hold you because I know you want to move down to, well, where are you moving to, Mike? I'm not sure, but somebody wants to talk to you. So anyway, we will be back on Wednesday, and I'm glad the 6-meter system is working. K6MYC and Judy, and the NAT, WB679109073.
Okay, 73, Gary. Yeah, solid copy. Got you all okay, and I did move the antenna a little bit toward you. I still have low noise here, so I must be pointed away from my neighbor just a little bit now. All right, Bay Area. Who else do we have? Quickly, K6MYC, over. Whiskey, and then you faded. Whiskey, go ahead. Go ahead, repeat. I'm not hearing anybody now. Maybe that was WB6WNI signing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm listening for the Bay Area Bozo Net. Where is everybody? W6PQL, WB6JNN, K6KLY, whoever else, K6MYC Bozo Net. Over. I guess they gave up on us, Rob. Should we go down and see if we can get Rick down there?
Yeah, Rick has a broken 6-meter antenna, I think.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that. Sorry about that. I guess we're done. Let me go a little further and I'll finish up with Lee over there in Watsonville. Okay, this should be better for you, Lee. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Is that better or worse? K6MYC.
Oh, it's about the same. When you were talking to Tom, you were about S5. You're up a little bit now to about S7. But I hear you just fine, and yeah, you're Q5 all the way.
Well, you're 5 and 8 here, no problem. Good signal. You're stronger than Tom was in this. But I was pointed the other way there, so I must be pretty close to you. What's the heading, Judy?
271.
271. Yeah, I'm right down your throat, Lee. So good. Thanks for sticking around there. Let's see if Tom is still with us here. Tom, did that make any difference now? KW6S in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, you're about S5 now.
S5. Let me see what you are.
Okay. Well, you went from like an S1 to an S5, so the antenna does apparently have some pattern.
Well, you're S9 here. You're one S unit stronger than Lee, but still very good signals from both of you. So Lee's got that thing working pretty darn good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a good location there.
Yes, he does. So you're solid S9 and tweaking a little bit beyond it. All right, I'm going to go clear here, and let's see if there's anybody else. Let me just ask Rob. Rob, are you hearing anybody?
Yeah, I'm hearing Lee better than Tom. How you doing, Lee? AF6 United, KM6SRR.
Go ahead, Lee.
Oh, actually, I'm not hearing Rob at all tonight. Usually I can hear him just a tiny bit, and he can't hear me. So, yeah, I guess the conditions have flip-flopped, right?
Did you hear that, Rob, or you got Tom and Lee mixed up?
No, I forgot to turn the amp on, which I just turned on now.
That should be better, Lee.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you in there, Rob. KM6SRR, AF6 United. I've got you tonight.
All right, real good, Lee. We can make it on a band or two here and there, huh? And good evening to you, Tom. KW6S, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, KW6S. Boy, you are right at my noise floor here tonight, Rob. I don't think we can make it. I think you're better off working, you're probably better off working Lee there. KM6SRR, KW6S.
I adjusted the antenna a little bit. Is that better now?
Whoa, not a lot, but probably that little extra half dB that would make it workable.
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine.
Yeah, Rob's running 1,500 now, or close to it.
1,000, Mike.
1,000 now.
Okay, well, now I went to work on the receiver a little bit here better, and I've got it now. I heard you very clearly say 1,000 on the power there, and I'm running let's see, about 1,400. KM6SRR, KW6S.
And I'm 50.
Who was 50? Is that Lee?
Yes, sir. It was the the pea shooter here in Watsonville.
Well, you're hanging in there with the big boys, that's for sure.
All right. Well, you're S3 here, so you're a good solid copy here. So I haven't even tried to tweak on you. I'm just afraid I'm going to drop off everybody else's radar. So I might be able to bring it up a little bit, but you're S3 here, so I've got a good solid copy on you. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, we can make it on a band or two here. That's good. Okay, we'll say 73, you guys, and give back to Mike. He's hungry.
All right, 7-3, AF6 United, back to net.
Okay, we got 25 here, Rob.
Let me count.
7-3, Lee. 7-3, Tom. We'll see you guys. See you tomorrow, Tom, and we'll see you, Lee, on Wednesday. 7-3, guys.
Good night.
Yeah, see you tomorrow night. KW6S.
Yeah, I've got 25 also, Mike.
Hey, 2 in a row. All right, we're going to get out of here because we are hungry or something. 73's, Rob, thanks for the help. K6USY, I haven't heard you, but maybe I can copy you now that I've got a quiet spot in the antenna. 7-3 to you there, Aaron. K6USY with KM6SRR, 7-3 all, K6MYC.
Yeah, I was in there, Mike, but I think you were busy talking to Judy or something, but Rob already got me down. So K6USY, 1079 and Bozo 1100. Good night, Judy. Good night, Mike.
Yeah, we got you. We heard you.
Good night, Aaron.
Yeah, there you go. All right, see you guys. And thanks much. We'll see you tomorrow night on 1296. Should be a little bit more organized.
Okay, Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SR, 73. Hey, Aaron, got a question for you.
I can't hear you very well down here, Rob.
Okay, let me reposition the antenna.
Yeah, that's already a little bit better.
Yeah, you came up a little, but I got a little more to go to get you a peak.